Good morning. And good morning. Good morning. This is a part 2 of the first video that I uploaded, or the part 2 to the Toronto Catholic District School Board speech this morning. I want to do this recording to ensure that I follow up with something that is important and is specifically affirming to the 2S LGBTQIA plus community. So this conversation I'm having with you, this second part, this part 2 of Flourishing, it's specifically, I want to talk about affirmation and that you deserve to flourish. So that's what I want to talk to you about. This is going to be a video. Many of you will be watching it on YouTube because I'll be uploading it later today. But of course, that's me. Sometimes I do a video from my car, and so I'm coming to you on my way home from that conversation. The topic for this short video is you deserve to flourish. I want to make sure this is a conversation as we enter into Pride Month, but not just Pride Month. This is a conversation I've been having all the months to ensure that people know that they are deserving of certain things. And many of us, like myself, who grew up in spaces and places where you were not told that you were deserving of. You had to fight to say, I deserve this, I deserve to be here, I deserve to sit here, I deserve respect, I deserve admiration, I deserve love, I deserve a home, I deserve parents who love me, I deserve siblings who love me, I deserve a teacher that cares for me, I deserve an employee and an employment and a job that I can thrive. I am using this opportunity, in this video, to say to you, you are deserving of. And this morning I'm coming to you as we launch, discuss, talk about Pride Month here in Canada, which is Pride Month in many other countries as well, that you are deserving. So this is specifically to all my 2S LGBTQIA plus individuals. However, I know my message will transfer to everyone. So if you are in a space where you feel othered, if you are in that space where because of your disability, because of your identity, because of your religion, because of who you are, because of your financial status, because of your socioeconomic status, because of your gender, because of your identity, you are in a space where you are othered, and because of that othering, you do not get to feel good. I have to say good morning, Simsy. Good morning, Simsy. That's my friend. Good morning, Simsy. I see you. Camilla, I see you, my peeps. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you have that person and you're in any kind of space where you question, because a lot of times people do question if you are deserving, I want you to know you are deserving. Because, you know, people talk about imposter syndrome. You know, I don't struggle with that, and I must be honest, because I don't want to say I do when I know I don't. Because over the years, I have learned that I deserve to be here. I deserve to work at the best university. I deserve to live in a beautiful home. I deserve to drive a car that doesn't break down with me. I deserve to have friends who love me. I deserve to have family who love and care for me. I am deserving. And that is the message I want to leave as we enter into celebration and conversations and resistance in this month of Pride. You are deserving. The next thing I want to say is, you know, today when I finish my presentation, and if you go back to the part 1, the first presentation, which I've already gonna upload, You hear me talk about resilience. And you know, sometimes you never know why your ancestors, you know, the energy pushed me so hard. When I was finished my speech today, a number of persons came to me and they said, Dr. Campbell, that part when you talk about resilience resonates with me so much. Why do we have to always be this resilient? And then someone who was standing beside me, an amazing woman from the Toronto Catholic District School Board, she said to the person, because we have no other choice. I said to him, there's your answer. We had to be resilient because we had no other choice. Andrew Campbell, you see here, I have always had to be resilient because for me, the other option I have other than being resilient is just to lay down, play dead, and allow them to just walk over me. So I always tell people, when you see me a certain way, even today, you have to remember who you're dealing with. Even in my love life, my dating life, I have made it clear to people, you are not speaking to somebody who believes in Humpty Dumpty. I have never had that lifestyle. I have always had to be resilient. So I am very alert. You can't come to me with foolishness because I'm very alert. But the part that I want to emphasize is that what could happen in a world, in your life, where you don't have to constantly be in resilience mode. Think about what would that look like for you, where you don't have to always be on the defense. You don't have to always have to prove yourself. You don't have to always tell people you love yourself, because it's so automatic, because the people around you support you. I have said this and I'm going to say this again publicly. I have people in my family. I'm sharing my story, who don't bother with me too much because of my sexuality. I have come to a point in my life a couple years ago where I get it. I am not trying to fight it. I am not trying to do nothing. I leave them alone. I leave them alone. I want you to listen to me. There are people in my family, in my life, who love me so much. They love me so much. I have sister, I have niece, I have nephew who love me so much that I am able to thrive and to be myself 100% in their presence. I want to say to all my 2S LGBTQIA plus folks who are listening to me, you don't need to be constantly in fighting mode for people's love. This is my pride message. This is DR.ABC pride message. You don't need to be in constant fight mode. You don't need to be in constant see me here, pick me, choose me, show me some love. Oh my God, you have to stop that. And what you have to do is to make sure you put yourself in the spaces and the places and among the people who love you and celebrate you. The people who choose to love you. The people who choose to celebrate you. I want this Pride Month for all my LGBTQ folks in Jamaica. I'm speaking to you in Jamaica. Speaking to you in the black communities especially. Find the people who love you and celebrate you, and leave the others alone. Stop trying to force yourself to be loved. You deserve love. You don't need to be forcing love. You don't need to be buying love. You don't need to be lying for love. You don't need to be pretending for love. You don't need to be hiding who you are just to get love. I am here this morning to say to all my 2S LGBTQIA plus people, loose yourself. Loose yourself from the bondage of fake love. Oh, that's the message. Oh, that's the message. Oh, that's the message. Oh, that's the message. Loose yourself. I keep on telling you, when I speak to one, I speak to all. So there are those of you who are not LGBTQ, you are not being loved because of your gender, of your sexuality, of your identity, of your physical disability, of whatever your socioeconomic status. You need to learn how to lose yourself and focus on the people who are really here for you. And here is the reality. This morning I said it in the first video, and I'm going to say it in this video. I want you to listen to me carefully, everybody. You can't force people to celebrate with you. The idea to... I tell people all the while, and I'm going to be frank about this. I don't need to force anybody to show up and celebrate me at Pride. No, I don't. I have never, ever, ever asked people, you must celebrate me. You must show up on Pride. No, there's no such thing as you must. There's no such thing. So, if for those people, I want to be clear. Because I've heard it in Jamaica. People want to force them lifestyle down your throat. They want you to accept it. They want you to whatever. That's not true. If you say to me, Andrew, I don't do Pride. That's not my thing. I don't believe in that. Oh, I respect you. Oh, I respect you for that. What you're not going to do is then erase me. What you're not going to do is then put me down. What you're not going to do is then place me in deficit. What you're not going to do is abuse me. What you're not going to do is strip away my respect and my dignity. What you're not going to do is to call me nasty and demon possessed and all these things. So no, for those people who feel like gay people need you and LGBTQ people need you to all show up, and I have never asked one person to come and you must come to Pride and you must show up and you must put the flag up. You must do nothing. What you must do is to respect me, is to allow me space to live. You know, as you know, for me, you know, I'm coming from the Catholic board, so you know I had to go into Jesus this morning. And the Bible says, come on now, Bible, and the Bible said, in him we live, move, and have our being. You get to live, move, and have your being. Allow me to live, move, and have my being. How about that? How about that? You get to live, move, and have your being. How about allowing me to live, move, and have my being? That's the message. That's the word. That's the message. That's the word. So I'm leaving that with all of us this morning. And the last thing I want to say as I close this video, because I want it for my community. I want you to choose to flourish. I want you to choose to flourish. Every time I make a statement, I said choose joy. People go. When I say choose blackness, people go. You have to realize you live in a world where everything is a choice. Wearing this shirt this morning was a choice. Going to the Catholic board to speak was a choice. Driving this car is a choice. Heading home right now is a choice. We live in a world where more than we think, we get to choose. Some of you suffer. I'm talking about my American folks now. You suffer, you gay people. You suffer. Every year you go to Thanksgiving dinner and you suffer. You have to lit down because your grandma or your auntie is going to say something. You can't bring your lover with you because it's a scandal. Those in Jamaica, you do the same thing. You suffer. You go to church like me. You sit on the front bench. The pastor preach all the time, tell you you're this, you're that. You know, whatever. You sit down and you suffer through that. It's a choice. It's a choice. I choose not to put on my good clothes, go to a church, sit down on a bench, and let a pastor tell me how nasty and disgusting he think I am. I have made that choice. I am not doing that shit. Did I say that on the camera? I am not doing that shit. I am not going to anybody's wedding and funeral and event where I know for a fact that you can stand aside to me. Are you serious? Why are you forcing yourself in spaces? You have to make better choices. Some of you have to learn to make better choices. You have not learned how to choose you. So when you see me flourishing like I do, I am going to give you one of my top secrets. And one of my top secret is I choose to flourish. I'm going to close the video on that. I choose to flourish. I'm going to leave you with that as we enter into Pride Month. I am giving this message to all my 2S LGBTQIA plus folks and anybody else who in a space where you feel othered because of your gender, your identity, because of your abilities, your disabilities, because of your socio-economic status, because of your religion, because of whatever reason. I want you to make some better choices for yourself. You have more power than you know. Stop behaving so powerless. Stop behaving so powerless. The truth is, some of us have been in spaces where we were powerless. I can remember being in spaces as a little boy growing up in Waterford, Jamaica. I was powerless against the big boys. I was powerless against certain things at church. I was powerless when my neighbor on the corner said to me, "You have to leg about here because me here say you're a batty man and you can't live at Waterford." And I left from Waterford paying $5,000 for rent and moving to Kingston paying, I think it was $13,000. I was powerless. I run for my safety. So when I say these things, you can't tell me nothing. I tell people all the while, when you tell me, "Oh, but you must say this," you can't tell me how to tell my story. Those days of colonization is over, where whiteness told black people how to tell their story. Every single day I am learning something new about my ancestors. Every day I'm learning something new, because the books that we've been reading were written by colonizers telling me about myself. You can't tell me about me. I was there at church. I was there in Waterford. I was there at Kingston College. Now you make my emotions coming on. I'm not going to cry. I'm too fabulous today. My makeup is just giving life. The student said, "Dr. Campbell, you are gorgeous." I said, "Of course I'm gorgeous." I'm not going to cry. I was there on Granville Road, Waterford. I was there at Independent City All-Age School. I was there at Kingston College. I was there at Power of Faith. I was there at Micah Teachers College. I was there in the streets and at the bus stop. I was there. So how are you going to tell me what happened to me? How are you going to tell me I can't tell my story? I was there walking on the gully bank in Waterford when the boy said, "Reverend, I want to talk to you." Oh God, I can't believe I'm telling this story right now. I don't think I have the emotions to tell the story. And I said yes. And he said, I hear, say, some batty boy there at church. And I hear say, "You are part of it." And him say, "Reverend, we don't want to beat you, but you have to go leg about here." I left from Waterford and I went to live at Campview apartment. I am telling my story. How dare you tell me not to tell my story? And I told everybody I'm moving uptown to Campview. Well, Campview is not even uptown. Now I know it's not even uptown. But I'm moving into Kingston. I'm going to live my best life. Lying, because I'm ashamed and afraid to let them know. The boy in Waterford on the corner threatening my life, and leg about you because me ear say you're a batty boy. So when I speak and you're gonna tell me don't say, you can't tell me what not to say. I was there. I was there. Because some of you try to let me not flourish. You can never let me not flourish. You're speaking to a man, a black gay man who loves himself. And love himself more than anybody else. I always tell you, if you meet somebody and they say to you, "Dr. Campbell love me more than himself," they are a liar. There is nobody in this world I love like I love myself. None. The only person who even had come close was my mother, Doris Adina Campbell. Rest in peace, mommy. Nobody else. I have been there where I was taught how to hate myself. Thought I was good for nothing. So I want to say to every single person this morning, choose you. Not just the LGBTQ. I'm saying it to black women and all women. I'm saying it to persons with disability. I'm saying to persons who have neurodiversity. I'm saying to persons who feel less than because of their financial status. I'm saying to people who don't feel as beautiful because of our European standard of beauty. I want to say to you, make the choices. Choose you first. Choose you first. I leave that with you this morning. I leave that with you this morning. I leave that with you this morning on this video, wherever you are, wherever you're listening to me, wherever you're going to watch this video, a month from now, 2 months from now, a year from now. I want you, the last thing I want you to do is choose to flourish. Make flourishing choices. Somebody write that for me in the chat. Make flourishing choices. That's my final word before I finish drink my coffee. Tim Martin is going to be in my video. Tim Martin, you should pay me for this. Make flourishing choices. This video was specifically made for my 2S LGBTQIA plus family, but all of my family members, all of you, Jennifer, I see you. Pamela, I see you. Hartley, I see you. Every one of you, I see you. Continue to make flourishing choices. Do I go to this party where nobody wants to see me? Or do I stay home, pop some popcorn, and watch some TV? You stay home, you pop some popcorn, and you watch some TV. Do I overwork myself at work? Going in on my sick when I'm sick, just because I want to make sure I prove a point to them that I am a good worker. Do not take any of my vacation days because I want a star. I want a feather. I want a pin to say I'm the worker of the year. No. You choose to stay home and take care of your health. Make sure you're well enough to be good enough. I leave you with that today. Make flourishing choices. Happy Pride for those who celebrate Pride like myself. Continue resisting for those who are in spaces and places where you cannot celebrate. And I'm sending love and energy and good vibe to everyone who you're living in a country or a house or a place where you cannot in you good vibe. And somebody just click that love. Can somebody just click that love so it captures on the video for me? Can somebody set up, can you set up all the love signs, everybody? Click on the love button so it sends up. Not for me, but for the people who are watching, who will watch this video and they cannot be out and about and prideful like me. Send up some love. Can you all click some love in the... Click some love for me. Happy Pride. Wonderful. Enough love.